guys, Mark Allen for 4Color Commentary here. Thanks for watching. And I was just, this was the comic haul I've been talking about last Saturday, I believe. So 8 days ago, got this, picked these up. All of these were picked up at Hurley's Heroes in Joplin, Missouri. So a great comic place. Great guys that run that place. So anyway, if you're ever in the Joplin area, I highly recommend you check it out. Anyway, I'm just going to dive right in here, random with no rhyme or reason here. But I actually found another. I love whenever I find these Bronze Age Atlas comics in the dollar box. But this was Weird Suspense with the Tarantula #3, and you know, just like that cover. It's very Marvel-like, obviously. And so anyway, I like getting those. This is one that I've never had before, but the cover, I don't know. Maybe I'm this will go out. This comment will go out to Sleepy Reader again. Maybe I'm maturing in my comic reading. I've said before, I've never been a big fan of Joe Kubert, except for his Tales of the Green Beret strip. But I couldn't pass this up for $1 just for the cover. Legends of the DC Universe 80-page giant #1. That has some great work in there by some great creators, but that a beautiful cover. I just couldn't, I don't know, something about it spoke to me, couldn't pass it up. And so I've been told because I've told a couple of guys on Facebook that I've picked that up. I've been told by a number of guys that's a great book. You're going to enjoy it. And and lots of big names, big name talent in that book. Now, this here, I have a couple of these. I've actually gifted one of these at one point to someone. I don't remember who, but this is actually the first. Let's see. I want to say there's something significant about this. It's not the first hologram cover, but anyway, Universal Soldier #1 with the hologram cover. I don't remember maybe I'm mixing up. I know it's not the first hologram cover. I have that, and I can't remember the name of the book right away, but I do like this book. I like this cover. A little bit gory, but war as hell, as they say, and so. But I like that that hologram cover. This is this is one that I'd never read this comic before, never read this series before, never even heard of this series, but it was a John Byrne cover. John Byrne cover that I'd never seen. Longtime John Byrne fan, I mean since Iron Fist, since the days of Iron Fist, Marvel Team Up, that kind of thing. But Vox #1 with guest cover artist John Byrne, and of course it's very distinctly Byrne, and very cool book there. Trying to find a date when it was produced, but I'll just let you go ahead and I'll let you find that. Oh, 1988 is when Byrne did the cover. So anyway, Vox, like I say, it's just one of those, never seen that cover before and wanted to go ahead and grab that. Now, Amazing Heroes #25 with Ronin, Star Wars, Starhawks, comic news, much more. I always pick these up, especially in decent condition, just because it was good reporting. It was great interviews in there with a great you know, a great Twisted Tales advertisement on the back. With that amazing Corbin cover, Richard Corbin cover on there. But anyway, I just always pick up the Amazing Heroes because they're good reading. And it's a piece of comics history now. This one having been published all the way back in 1983. All right, so good stuff there. Now, this is another one that generally I pick up if I can. And this is the first appearance of the, let's see, no, it would be the third Starman. Anyway, Jack, I forgot his last name, the original Starman's son. But #0, Starman #0 was his first appearance. That was a great series. You know, sue me, you guys. You know I'm not a DC head. Sue me if I can't remember his last name. I know some of you are screaming it at the video as you hear me say this. I don't remember his last name. His first name was Jack. That's it. Who cares? But the series was fantastic. Up through like the 20s anyway, and I kept reading it. It was a great series. Loved the art, loved the story, loved the fact that he started out not wanting to be a superhero, thinking the costumes, all that kind of stuff were goofy. He didn't want to wear his dad's red costume, and so anyway, but I always liked his look, you know. And so anyway, first appearance of Jack, and so that's a good one to have. This was one of the Seduction of the Innocent Eclipse Comics reprints that I didn't have. These are not easy to find in the wild. They're real easy to find on eBay, but they're not easy to find in the wild, and I like looking through dollar boxes and that kind of thing. But finally found that one, and I think that's the only one I didn't have. And so anyway, in that first 3-part series. But anyway, finally found that. Like those pre-code stories. Found this Dark Knight Returns mini comic. I haven't done any research on it yet, but it's a found it in the dollar box. It is a mini. It reprints Batman #1 on the inside. Okay, and so it's kind of cool. Reprints the whole story of Batman and Robin taking on the Joker, and it also reprints Detective Comics #66, The Crimes of Two-Face. So this was a cool find. I really liked finding this in the dollar box, and I'm not sure what the story behind it is. I'm not sure how it was released. I think it looks like it was probably released with a DVD. Okay, and so anyway, I loved finding that because anytime you can find those stories, reprinted together, that's great. And so then I found in the dollar box, again, these are all dollar books, I should say. Superman Batman #23, Volume 1, #23. This is supposed to be the first full appearance of oh gosh, I'm going nuts today. Batman Beyond. I don't remember the kid's name. Y'all are hammering me, I know, DC heads. But his first full appearance in actual DC continuity. I think that's right. Anyway, man, I'm losing it today. I'm showing my old manisms. But anyway, Batman Beyond. I have the whole series on disc. I love it, but I can't remember the guy's name. But anyway, his first full appearance in actual DC continuity. Found that in the dollar box. Another one I found in the dollar box. This one is the first appearance. First appearance of the Black Superman, the third Black Superman, who's also a president on his planet. I can remember those things, but I can't remember names tonight. This is great. This is going to be the no names video, okay? No names haul video. But anyway, this is Final Crisis #7, his first appearance, and it's not the most valued cover. Is the one that people like is the Alex Ross Superman on the front. And I can remember I had all of those Final Crisis with those covers, with the Heroes covers, but didn't really, the series didn't do that much for me. And so, but again, a first appearance, and so I plucked that out of the dollar box. I do like some variant covers, as you know. This was a Mark Bagley 1992 theme cover for Web Warriors #2, and so I picked that up, Bagley cover, and with 1992, while the Spider clone saga was going strong. So you got Spidey and Scarlet Spider and the Jackal and Gwen Stacy on there and Kane, and so just a great Bagley cover. I thought for $1, heck yeah, check that out. Now a couple of sketch covers here. One is an Arthur Adams cover, one of my all-time favorite artists, but I never followed the Guardians of the Galaxy series after the Bronze Age, and so I don't know if this is volume 2, 3, whatever, but this is the #15 variant sketch edition, Arthur Adams edition, and the reason I like this is because in black and white you can really, really appreciate the detail of Arthur Adams' pencil work, and so that's just a great dollar find, and no-brainer there for me. Another sketch cover, and this one, I can't believe I'm going to remember the name of this character. All of a sudden I remember, because, and he's probably the one I care least about, but this is Infinite Crisis #5, first full appearance of Jamie Reyes, the new Blue Beetle. I think Jamie Reyes is right. Now, the thing about this is, here's where love of variant covers and first appearances intersect, and yet, see, it's also his first cover appearance. Well, I didn't get that, and I don't care, because what I got was the George Perez sketch cover. Found that in the dollar box, and man, I love that. This was before George Perez's art had really started suffering, and or maybe after he'd pulled out of his lag, after he'd gotten better. I know that for a while his art was really suffering, and but this was just a beautiful, beautiful sketch cover of Infinite Crisis #5, pulled out of the dollar box. and I'll pull those out all day long. Now, I also found 2 issues of this next book. This is a book that I never had, but I had issue number 0 of it, and all of a sudden, these started heating up, and I don't know if it's because of a video game, a movie, or what, but I got 2 copies of Mist, the Book of the Black Ships, number 1, and I didn't know they were doing anything, and supposedly they were doing something for a while, and now they're not. I don't care. I just, you know, the art inside is beautiful, because I bought I got issue 0 back in the 90s when it came out, and I was just amazed with the art. It was beautiful inside, and I don't know if you've ever seen it or not. Let's see real quick, just pop it out. You pop one of them out here and show you. But I remember opening this up and just thinking how amazing this was. It is, I believe, a video game related book, and it is art by Doug Wheatley. Of course, you know, if you know comic art, then you know Doug Wheatley is an extremely talented artist, and so that's what drew me to the book at first. I don't even remember what I did with issue number 0. Probably tossed it in a $1 box or 50-cent box and took it to a show. But anyway, got those, and glad to find those again for the Doug Wheatley art. This is a book you may have never heard about. This book, I believe, is from the 90s or early 21st century. Let me take a gander. But this was not your typical comic book. This was not a superhero book. 2001 is when it came out. Jimmy Gownley was the creator of this property, but it was Amelia Rules. Amelia Rules, great little book, about a comic book about a group of kids who are friends and went on adventures, and it even has at the top of the cover has a review by none other than Mike Allred, saying terrific stuff. There's a lot of talent in these pages, and so you know, just a fun book. And I was glad to find a first issue of that again. I have one other. Incidentally, back in the day when this came out, I can remember this book did get hot. In the midst of a bunch of superhero books, Amelia Rules comes out, and people were clamoring for the first issue. I don't remember how high it went, but it did go up. Now, this is one of those books that I like getting. I could wish that it was in a little bit better shape, but I like these the future visions of Marvel heroes. Marvel did a few of these books at the turn of the century, but X-Men 2001 Millennial Visions, and I'm trying to see who did that cover. I think that might be an Ariel Olivetti cover, but anyway, great cover there. I can't wait to break that open and just kind of look at some of the you know, sketches and drawings and, you know, reimaginings of the X-Men. So that kind of stuff is always fun to me. Got another issue number 1. There was of a book called X Mutants. Many of you are probably familiar with X Mutants. They were more than one comic company published the work. Amazing Comics was one of the first, if not the first. I actually have a number 1. This is number 1, the special edition, and I'm not sure what the difference is, but you know, I just thought it was a number 1 I didn't have, so I thought, okay, well, there might be some extra material in there. Go ahead and grab that, and for $1, you know, early Ron Lim, you can't beat it. I was going to try to follow the Azrael series. I have the first, I think, 10 to 12 issues, and I really didn't. It didn't hold me. I still have. I loved Barry Kitson's art. I love, you know, Denny O'Neil is a very talented writer, but I just couldn't. I couldn't. After the first 10 issues or so, I was like, okay. But this story I wanted to get, where Azrael goes into Arkham Asylum and tangles with the Joker. So, you know, I thought, well, that's going to be a story that I want to read. That is issue 27 and 28. And so there's your Azrael meets the Joker story there. And so I wanted to get that. Now, this next one, this was kind of cool. I liked being able to find all of these. Again, Hurley's Heroes, lots of dollar comics, and it's a good place to find a lot of runs. I've found a lot of runs there before. This one is I'd never read any of the original Sin stuff, and what I found here was the original Sin, not just 1 through 8, but 0 through 8, and the whole run. So now I don't worry about chasing the peripheral issues and stories and miniseries. I don't worry about that. But the only thing I did wrong was I went into, I did what I always do. You know, I flip. And I went into my my app. I can't remember the name of the app. Key Issue app. Key Collectibles app or something like that. And I was checking just to make sure none of them were hot. The whole run was there. Oh, are these hot? What I did, though, the mistake I made was I happened to see details of things that happened in this series. I was like, oh, no. I didn't want to do that. So I gave one or two big things away to myself before reading it. And I knew nothing about this series. I don't follow Marvel these days. I don't follow much DC these days. And so anyway, I want to enjoy still enjoy reading those and going through those. Now this next one is a cover fetish. I've already mentioned before that I liked the Travis Charest covers from the 90s for Wildstorm and Image. This is actually a Ryan Benjamin cover. But he, as I understand it, Benjamin worked with Charest on those covers as a colorist or something. I don't remember. And actually, it was the guy at Hurley's Heroes that told me this. But this was a beautiful Ryan Benjamin cover that actually looks like those Charest covers. Now, I'd never seen it, and I thought, I may never see it again. So I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and pick that up. Just a gorgeous cover by Ryan Benjamin on there. Okay. After that, just a couple of stories for fun reading. A couple of alternate Elseworld, DC Elseworld annuals, both Robin. Got Robin annual number 5. Or you've got a female Robin there. Okay, and this is, it's Chuck Dixon writing. Johnson, I'm not sure which Johnson is the artist, but his last name is Johnson. But I'm sure it'll be good. These were always good. And then Elseworlds annual Robin number 3 by Dixon and Villagran. I can't remember his first name, but Villagran, I believe, is another Filipino artist. But there's Robin and Batman as samurai, so that can't be a bad deal, a bad read. So looking at those. Now, I believe last haul video I mentioned how much I enjoy Leonardo Manco's art, and I talked about the Western series that I picked up finally. And what I got here was the Strange Tales from the 90s that Marvel did again. Got Werewolf by Night, Strange Tales number 2 with Werewolf by Night. Manco cover, Manco interiors. Just lots of fun. Number 3, same thing. Just, I love his painted covers. You know, they're cool. Number 4, creepy and very cool there. Manco cover and Manco interiors again. And that. Number 5. Again, great cover. If you've never checked Leonardo Manco out, you should. And by the way, these are written by Paul Jenkins as well. And then got Strange Tales number 2, another Strange Tales number 2. I'm not sure how this worked, but starring Werewolf and the Man-Thing, and with J.M. DeMatteis and Liam Sharp on one story, on the Man-Thing story, and then Jenkins and Manco on the Werewolf story. So cool stuff there. I want to go back and find all of those because I liked Liam Sharp's art as well. I especially liked his work on the Hulk, as short as it was. But anyway, and that's it. That's the haul that I was kind of excited about, and it was just a neat little haul, and lots of stuff that's going to be fun to read. And anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. But anyway, that's it. And until next time, thanks for watching 4-Color Commentary. Go ahead and like the video, and if you haven't, subscribe. But otherwise, just have a great day, great week. And until we meet again, thanks for watching.